Thank y'all for coming. I am Mesha Robinson. This is the second time that I am doing this because I'm still discombobulated a little bit. So this is my panel that I handpicked beyond contrary belief. Hello, guess what, y'all? Guess what? Come here. I am having my second annual trans event. I am trying to bridge the gap or trying to see why we can't bridge the gap with gay men and trans women. Why is it a separation in our community? I want them to tell me their name, if they have a pronoun, if not, and if the audience wants to participate in that, we can do that as well. I'll start with myself. My name is Mesha. I don't have a pronoun, I'm Mesha. Nice to meet you. That's how I want to approach you. That's how I want you to feedback to me. All that pronoun stuff, it goes over my head. I don't. No. Mesha. Now you might say, hey girl, how you doing? Hey Mesha girl, how you doing? I'm like, hey. But oh, that's that girl over there. You could be talking about any girl over there. You know, so.
Well, I'm Jamarco. I used to be the baby son of Stasa Sanchez. As everybody know, my mother, which I loved all my life growing up. I live here in Atlanta. I'm usually from Jamaica, so I just love to be here. And
what are your pronouns?
Jamarco, the one.
I just see that.
I'm officially the only. I'm the first Jamarco, really, for real. So yeah.
Jamarco had expressed to me that he knew a lot of drag queens and trans women, and he was formerly in a house of a trans woman that I admire. I forgot her name, but she's a well-known drag person, but she's a trans woman, but she also performs, well-known here in Atlanta. And he said he had been around them and he knows them and he's a part of their house. So I felt like, you know, what better person to add to that conversation.
Can you explain what pronoun is?
Oh yeah.
I mean, do we really have to? I'm sorry, that's so elementary.
Let's get them because for you is that when we want to give the technical terms for pronouns is. So that's like people that identify as he, she, they.
A third person, right? It's like a third person.
It's important. So if that's not important to you, you don't have to, but we don't want to just say it in general because I feel like for some people here it might be important to them with their pronouns. Okay.
My name is Karma the Black Sheep, but you can call me Karma. I go by Miss, Ma'am, Her. All of those good things. However.
Anything feminine.
I'm her.
My name is Dante Thompson. I don't entertain the pronouns. I think it's stupid, to be honest with you. So this is the type of conversation we're going to have today. I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Why was it important to have Dante on this guy?
Because Dante has some opposing views, and sometimes when you don't understand someone's opposing views, when you are in a disagreement, you're not going to get it. So at a calm setting, which was, I'm hoping that's how the trans event will go, a calm setting, he will get to voice those opinions, and there will be other trans women there to help me ride that wave, if that makes sense.
Girl, it's getting hot over here already.
Mesha, I wanted to have this forum to bridge the gap because trans girls are against other trans girls. If they're post-op or pre-op, if their breast's not big enough, if they went to a different surgeon doctor to get their hip work or face work done, you know. And then the gay guys that judge us because we don't have those things or we got too much of those things. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I am trying to push and like merge it together because I'm discombobulated and I'm older than probably all y'all put together. Time forward.
You look good.
I know, don't I look good? Don't we look good? I'm trying to, because in certain spaces we need our LGBTQ, ABCD, F, and G community to, I got your back, sister.
I got you.
Whether it's arguing with trade, whether it's walking into a restaurant, whether it's going to the auto parts, getting a transmission for my car. I need somebody to say, I'm with you, sister, brother, whatever you want to call me. You know, but don't call me that, but you know. So I'm just trying to figure out what is the divide between, you know, like we were watching films where it's not the gay boys that are getting killed, it's us. It's trans women. And the gay men are like, you ain't need to be that way anyway. You know you was a boy, you should have told him more. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out all of that. So with these topics that we're gonna talk about will enlighten us and it'll enlighten me, you know, about what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, what's really going on.
You learn to listen. Like my thing is like I'm not trans, so I don't know, but I need to learn and listen and try to understand what you're going through, what you're saying with me. Let me understand. If I say something wrong or pronounce it wrong, it's not because I don't care. It's because I just don't know.
Right.
And I think sometimes that's the problem.
And I go back, I make light of the pronouns, but they are important to some people.
Yeah.
They're just not important to me.
Right.
And just because it's not important to me, I can't take that away from you.
Yeah.
You know, I make light of it because I don't live my life that way. But gay men don't live their life this way.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm trying to merge it together to understand.
Them in the baby. The truth be told.
What they be saying? Oh,
Slut me out.
What do you think is the core issue why a lot of the gay men?
I think it's a number of things. I think some gay men wanted to be a trans woman or had a desire to be a trans woman, and family or friends or whatever told them it's okay to be gay, but it's not okay to want to be a woman. I think another thing, I think it's a look. You know, some trans women really go for, I'm going to be a woman no matter what nobody says. And I also think that it's a part of, they want the men that trans women attract.
Bitch, you gonna close it out, but
Bitch,
Karma, I want you to open up as the other trans on the panel to talk about why a lot of times do trans women feel like they're not really part of our community with all the ABCs under it and stuff. You can open it up.
Oh, well, I don't know how to break that down, but I guess I can do that. Because they look at us as different species, for one. They act like we're not able to be in society. I guess we're just.
Is it more
creeps.
so because y'all changing who y'all are?
That's
we're
their
not.
problem.
But we're not changing who we are.
That's their
I didn't mean to cut you off. I think some of them think that it's a disease.
Okay.
I think they think that you might have high cheekbones and a gay guy told you should go into drag, and then they pushed you into drag. So when they pushed you into drag, you meet other drag queens. Go get this done. You might win this pageant. You need to go get this done. You might win this pageant. So that's what separates me from that world, you know, because it's always the gay guy that gives us the critique. A straight guy will tell his brother, but he's not going to tell you.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, I'm not trying to be funny. Think how I love my trans, okay? But when I go to a club, I want a man. I want someone make me feel demure, you know? Okay? I want to feel sexy with them. I want him to grab me, and just thinking like a gay guy going to a club, a trans woman can't make me feel that sexy. I can say,
So
yes,
that's
girl.
a good point. Do you feel like do you feel like most of the time the reason why trans don't feel like they're part of the community is because most time the gay guy and the trans have the same interest in terms of sexual, like what they like sexually?
Correct.
Let me piggyback off of that. So I think when you talk about the gay community versus the trans community, well, looking at, one, the trans community, and I say this respectfully, are already separating themselves because they are starting to identify as women. Gay men are gay because we are attracted to other men. Okay. So if you are going in a different route, then, you know, we're all in Bulldogs, it's a men's club, men trying to look for men. No offense, like trans can come and have a good time as well, but that's kind of like a straight woman coming to the club with a bunch of gay men.
Gotcha. They just there for fun, not to cook over somebody.
Okay, and I want to piggyback off of that. If you know that I am trans, and you know we all hold the same umbrella, and the guy that you're looking at, men are visual, and they're looking at me, that has nothing to do with me. No matter if I'm in Bulldogs or I'm at the Kroger, that has nothing to do
We
with
can't
me.
occupy these spaces, girl. That's what it is.
You know, and that's the problem that I get when I go into gay men's spaces, because I dwell in gay spaces. I cannot help because Dante likes me and he doesn't like you. I can help because when he's in a conversation with you, y'all talking about liquor, but he's licking his lips looking at you, and you catch it. I don't have nothing to do with that.
But it's literally, what you're saying is literally with your friends, like Mean Girls, as an example. You have the one that looks so good that everybody want, and then you have like, I ain't gonna say the ugly ones, and you be like, I know they ain't looking at him like that. You know, I know that I'm the eye catcher. Not trying to be funny, but Mesha, you do take attention.
But that has nothing to do
You're
with
right,
me.
but just how you are.
But that still has nothing to do with me.
I think that's a great point, but I think we was doing a little cookie with Dante's point. Dante said that y'all automatically separate yourself when y'all.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
he
he
said,
did.
no, he didn't.
Yes,
he
he did.
said when you go to a gay club, it's a man's gay club.
No,
He
no,
also said that
again,
too.
He did say that too, but he said something that was very important. He said y'all separate yourself in the
He
beginning.
put me out the club. Where he put me out?
Let me finish. I promise. What he's saying is, by you doing a transition and you saying you're a woman, you're no longer part of the gay
He
community.
put me out. I still resonate with
Gotcha. So
he put me out.
All right. So I do get your point, but I guess his point of it is you no longer saying that you
By his words.
Right, but I'm saying the fact that you're transitioning, you don't want to be identified as male anymore. It's what the separation is. What he's saying.
So everybody in the club got to have a male sign or a female sign or a transgender sign or a bisexual sign or to identify who they are.
No, I'm not saying they do. I'm just simply saying that's the point that he was making.
And my point is, he put me out. He said in his mind that since I am transitioning to him,
Got you.
I should not dwell in gay spaces.
I got you.
Yeah.
I see.
I never said that to him. I come up in here because
Secretly.
maybe I grew up there or whatever the case may be. Because I got some silicone bags in my chest and you say, oh, you're not gay anymore, get that bitch out. Because that's what you're saying.
Right. I see what you're saying. What do you say about that?
What I have to say about that is, but what are you identifying as?
But that's not your point. That's not.
Let me continue.
Okay.
But what are you identifying as? You are identifying as a woman. And honestly, most trans women, once they transition, what are they now saying they are? They are now a woman. They're not. They have left men. They have left that space.
Okay.
So you are a completely another quote unquote gender. So how are you still considering yourself gay? Because most trans women, to my knowledge, consider themselves straight.
So how do you consider bisexual men then, or gay or straight?
He's a bisexual man who likes two sexes.
See, that's where I get confused.
Right.
Because
I mean, you get confused, but let's talk about the trans community because it's really a big umbrella.
it is.
I mean, you have trans
Boys, as we seen.
Exactly. You have the non-binary people. You even have some straight people who will transition, but then some transition men will date a transition woman. That's a straight relationship. That is a straight relationship.
But,
At that
see,
point. You have some lesbians. Excuse me. You have some biological women who would transition to be a man, then go and date a gay man and say that that's a gay relationship. No, that's not. That's a straight relationship.
Gay men don't want us.
I think so.
Some, but 90% don't want us, and 40% want to be us. So, you know, it's hard for us, and they always say we didn't push y'all away, but you did kind of push us away because most gay men don't welcome trans people into gay spaces. I don't want to take up all the time. I want y'all to talk too, but I think it's when you caught up in that woman. I think it's that word woman. I think that's where we different when you say woman. I will never be a woman. I will never be a female. I live my life as a woman. If I tell you I'm a woman, that's how you're gonna respect me. But I will never be a woman. A woman has things that I will never have. A woman does things that I will never be able to do. I am not a woman. I am a transgender woman. Transgender still is under the umbrella of LGBTQIA and whatever other level they're gonna add on next month. So when you automatically assume because you see an aesthetic coming towards you that is feminine and that looks feminine to you, you cannot say, oh, she don't belong here because she's in a gay man's club. She's in gay spaces. You can't do that.
Gotcha.
What you can do is let her buy, let her order her drink, let her stand in the corner wherever she wants to stand and respect it. You don't have to check it. You see you see it. And I think that's where we fall short because we want to say, oh, I'm a female, oh, I'm a woman. Oh, no, I'm Mesha. That's why I don't get with he, she, it, they, it. I don't go with all of it.
So why do you go there a lot? Because most trans women, they be like, they don't like to go to gay club because they consider themselves quote unquote wrong. Why do you still like to be in gay male
That
spaces?
environment?
Yeah.
I really don't have an answer for that besides comfort. The men of the room did. What if you go into a gay club with your spouse and you not knowing your spouse has an infinity deep down inside and kept this from you that he was liking or had inclinations that he liked the trans woman. And he meets Mesha, he meets Karma, he meets Kwanzaa, and you knowing him, I think you like her. And he says, drunk as we might be in the club, I think I do. What do? You don't take that out on him, you take that out on me. You start throwing all your baggage on me. That don't need to be here anyway. You don't take that out on him. But
Is that your experience that happened?
ain't no, you seen them Oprah?
But I think it's different too, because Dee could say also too, in the ballroom scene, it's different than the clubs here. You know, in the club environment, in the ballroom scene, there's males that date trans women in one way. You know, like I'm not a ballroom kid, my mom is, but I've seen it before, and Dee could say it also too. Right. It's different from the club bulldogs to ballroom, Revlon ballroom. You see those males dating and being married and having a great time. So it is. I don't know why it's different, but it is different. And I think the problem is, you want to say something, is that you got to respect each other and understand, because I don't know how you feel, or you don't know how I feel, you know? But my thing is, go back to what I was saying, I think the problem is that when I go to a club, I want a nigga. You know, I want someone.
So I'm happy you brought that back up. So you know what you want before you even put your boxes or pants on. You know what you're going out for. So you don't even see me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You don't even see me.
Yeah.
So that's how I am when I go to Bulldog. I don't see nobody.
Yeah.
All I see is a dance floor, the DJ, and a drink.
Yeah.
I don't see nobody here. Now, granted, there have been bisexual boys that have seen me walk in there or come in there and they see, oh, I think she's pretty, I'm about to go drink and get to know me and this, that. Now that has happened. Like I said before, they feel like we are stepping into their territory and they get territorial because they want to be the only person that, in my experience, that the light shines on them. I am the pretty one here. And I'm still a boy, if that makes sense. You know, and when a trans person, not just me, many others walk into those spaces, they get the ooh, or they get the points and you're laughing, or because some gay guys are overly nice. Some of them are overly nice, but they will have that one friend that, why are you talking to her? Or I don't like that. That's just too gay for me. Or, you know, it's certain things that they do and certain things that they say. And you're not going to go against your friend. For me, you don't know me, you know. So it's a lot of components to it. It's a lot of components.
Part one, we got to move on to the next topic.
So like, my whole thing is like, I feel like in the black community of the LGBTQ and all that other stuff, I feel like we sometimes isolate trans men and trans women out of our community. But then on the other side of that, when you have the Caucasian and the Hispanic community, I feel like they're more embracive of trans
Yeah, we can't see, that's something we can't even argue about that because it's so much inviting on that side of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? The white people will never go through what we go through. They have more resources, they have more networking, they will never go through what we got. They give us the leftovers after they done picked over it. You know what I'm saying? They were giving girls breast jobs and boob jobs and all that way before we even knew about it. So, you know, so that's true. The white spaces get way more than we will. But when you are black and you wake up black and you have a black trans experience and then you can't even go to a black gay ally to say, bruh, these hormones are making me feel kind of, you know, a certain kind of way. I can't even go to you with that because what you're going to tell me is, you shouldn't even be taking them anyway. You know you're a fucking man.
But my thing is, like,
that's what you're going to say.
I have a problem trying to have your own lane in one way because you are the backbones of the black gay community. With my mom, I love my mom. Everybody knows I love my mom. Without my mom, I wouldn't go through the stuff I went through. She taught me about gay lifestyle because yes,
what if you wouldn't have had that?
Right, I would probably be out here struggling. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she showed me and taught me and talked to me through. I mean, one time I was at Kickapoo back in the day, my uncle said, I see Jamarco, has rolled down and said, get your ass in the car, I'll punch you. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that I need for y'all. I don't need you to be kicked out. I don't need your own lane because sometimes we need you because, as you know, when you are a black person, you come out gay, sometimes you're disowned and you don't have that mother figure. You don't have that one in talk to you.
But what about the division of identity versus my sexuality? How do we deal, from your perspective, how do we deal with that? Because that's a big conflict, obviously, right? Because it's an identity thing and then it's just us that just saying it's our sexuality. How do we deal with that?
How I deal with that, you tell me what you are and that's what it is. And that's the point blank. Stasha's always been Stasha to me and that's it. Anybody else say something, I'm gonna pop in the chest. You know
now, understood. There are trans people that identify as trans and they don't look what you expect them to look like.
Right, we're gonna get into that. I want to hold up.
What I'm saying is, when you poke the bear's gonna come the fuck out. So you got a problem? If you don't wanna fucking say it, let it the fuck go.
Okay, so what's the problem? What's the problem?
You are the problem, and whatever is going on in your head, whatever transpires,
what are you gonna do about the problem?
I address it like I get down. So like I
It's
said, if you got something to say it. If not, then move on.
I'm gonna slap the shit out you, bitch. I'm here. I deserve to be in this room just as well as the next bitch. Yes, you do. Just as.
Oh my God, bitch, you don't deserve to be in this room.
Your mama, ass bitch, your mama, your whole family, bitch. Check a bitch like you. Stop trying to get me out of my hood. You, bitch.
Who's gonna bitch? What you wanna do about it? You. What you wanna do about it?
You.
What you wanna do about it?
Get up off me.
Hold on, what you wanna do about it? What you wanna do about it? Specifically said, I came out and looked at him now like we had beef.
If there's no beef, it shouldn't be taken how in any way.
What about it?
But the fact that it's being taken in a way mixed with hidden animosity.
I don't even know you. Why would I have beef with you? It's a public illusion. I never said that. It's a public illusion. I never said that. I came out and looked at everybody up and down. They already.
I don't want to fuck a bum. I don't want to fuck a bum. Where will we fuck?
My house.
What house? I want to get to your house. Cause what I get to your house. But I get to your house. But I get to your house.
Very shady and catty over there.
Very shady over there.
From the beginning.
mechanic right here. What was your name? Let's play the game. What was your name? Play the game and then we can get some.
Yeah, what?
Studi, is it?
Yeah, what?
Studi,
Yeah, what? Y'all gonna waste too much
Studi,
time.
is it? Yeah.
You know who I'm talking to?
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking to?
I'm going to go up on the you.
Come on.
Put him down. Yeah. Stop fucking with me.
It's okay for you to be around a feminine guy, but it's so hard for you to be around a trans person. What's the difference?
It's just, if you cross that line, I mean, I've already owned you. You're in prison, you ain't got no choice but to do what the you want to do. Period. Call you whatever the they want to call you. So what the you want to do?
Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. Hold on, I've been letting everybody talk. Let me finish what I'm saying.
I want to get into the trans agenda and I want to talk about, do you guys believe that the trans agenda is real from y'all perspective? And Dante, I want you to open up this time.
I don't think that it's real. I think it's just a trend for some people.
Okay.
I think there are a group of people who are actually going through gender dysphoria, and they need to, seek treatment and make sure that they live their life the best way that they can. But you have other people who it's kind of a costume for them. And then it makes society actually confused of the transgender community and how we eventually will have to accept it, because that's where this road is
and
going.
And a lot of them talk about too, a lot of them become trans to get men. So that's part of the costume of it all as well.
And since you said Republican, and I'm the only probably Republican in here, so when it comes to the quote unquote all the bills that the Republicans are doing, no one is saying that an adult cannot transition.
Right.
If you're an adult and that's what you want to do,
And that's over 21 or over 18.
I mean, I'm okay with 18, to be honest with you. That's my personal opinion. But when you start talking about young kids, that's where it draws the line for me, even as a gay man. I get uncomfortable with that. I don't think we should be talking about sexuality with young children. We should not be talking about transgender or all that with young children. Those are conversations that should be with that child and their parent. Not that child feels like they can't have that conversation with that parent. I don't know what to tell you, but you have to live your life. I'm pretty sure each of us in this room had to have that difficult conversation with our parent or a family member. And we had to figure out. We have to let that child figure out and do what is best for them. But this movement that's starting to go across our country, it is kind of scary because it is focusing on young children. And as a gay black man, I don't like that at all.
Can I ask you a question? Is it different when you as a parent have a 13-year-old coming to you saying, I think I'm gay or I think I'm trans? Is it a difference?
It is a difference.
What is the difference?
It is a difference.
What's the difference?
Well, to me, I mean, it's kind of hard to say how I would have that conversation because that's something in the future, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not a parent right now, but I mean, the first thing that would come to my mind is, how do you know you are a woman?
Another topic came up about the gay trans agenda. Do you feel like it's a gay and trans agenda that's to convert people at a young age?
It could be. It could be. even when you look at your life, your mom or your dad or somebody had a preconceived notion of what they thought you were going to be. So why is it different when it becomes trans or lesbian or trans man? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, just different, same script, different cast. It's the same thing.
Well, I think that
So,
would be,
so you wouldn't question how do you know you're gay, but you would question how do you know you're a woman. See, that's where my mind goes.
Yeah. And I'm glad Bishop out there,
Like
I
this.
just want to give you time to clear something up. What you said, we had
I see.
about a year ago, we had a conversation. We did the Black Gay Perspective with me, Mesha, and stuff. And you made a comment in terms of your child in the future, if they ever came to you about being trans, that you most likely have a problem with it. Do you still stand by that comment?
yeah, I do.
Okay. And why is that, to be exact?
I mean, and I say this respectfully to the trans that's in this room. I mean, once you are born a certain way, no matter how many pills you want to take or the surgery you want to go through, you know, you will always be that same sex. You will always be your original sex. And I'm sorry, that might offend.
So if you didn't know nothing about this trans woman, like, I'm just not getting it.
Okay, I want to say this. All of us in here can say, first,
Well, hold on, before you begin, this is the problem right now, which makes it very difficult to gay men to even have a conversation with trans people, because Black Sheep, you're actually the perfect example. This is what some trans people do. You automatically get upset, get offended, and you don't want to have a conversation.
No, because you're stuck. You're stuck. You're stuck. No, because my thing is that I'm not trans,
But you have to. But let's do this first. Let's respect everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
We're gonna respect everybody's opinion because everybody has it.
Because like I'm not trans, so my thing is that I want to know what makes you feel it. Like, how is it? You know, I want to know. So like, Karma, when did you know you was trans and how'd you feel?
When I was very little.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew when I was 7 that I was different. I knew that I wanted to be a lady. I knew all of these things. I knew what my life was calling for. I knew I wanted to wear hair 24/7. I knew I wanted to walk this line. I knew it.
Okay.
At 7,
okay.
I did.
I want to go.
But I want to go back. We were seeing. He would say no. But my thing is, you don't know how they feel. So I'm not trans, but I want to know exactly. Hey, I respect how you feel. Let's have more conversation. Be in depth. Even go to a counselor and say, hey, this is how I feel and how I can respect it in one way.
Well, we definitely would go to a counselor.
And then, see, not like that.
But that's not what he said in the beginning. That's not what he said, Dante, in the beginning. Okay, I'm gonna go back to what Dante said. All of us in here have penis on anus sex, correct?
She tried to make it sound
Yeah.
so PG-13.
First of all, before we were even born, dick was never designed for the anus. Dick was never designed for the anus. So when you say gay sex is okay and trans sex with men is not okay, we can't say that because dick was never and it will never be designed for the Second of all, when trans is not a feeling, trans is who you are. This is not a secondary thing for me. I don't pick this up and take this off when I go home and the lights are up. I don't do that. This is who I am. So when you say, when did you come out to your mother? I never had to. I never mixed you. I don't know about anybody else. I cannot say I felt this when I was 3, 7, 13. I cannot say that because I never came to my mom or my dad and said, my name is Jamar. I want to be Mesha. I never said that to my family. It was a take it or take it situation.
No, I used to get mad when they said, "Oh, you around all these females. That's why you turn gay." Like,
right. I never had it. I never came to my brothers or my sisters and said, "Mom, I think I want to be a woman." Now I did say I'm not wearing them boy clothes no more. Now that I did say. I didn't say, "Mama, I'm not what you born, I'm not," because I know who I am.
But isn't that saying the same thing?
No. That's the problem. I see that's where Mesha and gay men go like this. trans is not a look for me. I could still be comfortable sitting next to you with a hat and some jeans on and a t-shirt. Ask my boyfriend, don't I do it every day? And you're still going to respect me as Mesha. Whatever you get from respecting me as Mesha. I didn't like it, but I know him. You know, she probably met him in passing. So when he was saying those things, I think she took it as a dig. She didn't take it as an opinion. She took it as a, you know, I don't like trans women, and you know, and that's how it did come off. That's how it did come off. But I think when you get to know him, you'll know he wacky, crazy, don't understand, puts his B's before his A's in the alphabetical. He don't know. He know not what he do.
Mesha, please warn her that these conversations are going to be very extreme.
They are.
And Mesha and I do this all the time.
We do.
Mesha argue with me all the time.
I do.
So, like, you better get ready for this, okay?
Yeah.
So fix your face.
He's just adamant and he's strong behind his opinion. And we've had those conversations, just like I used to be mad when I wanted to take my piss in. But I had to understand he is strong in what he says.
And Mesha helped me learn some stuff too.
And I did. And he helped me learn some stuff too. So he's not all bad. He's not all bad.
Just a
Let's give Jay the floor.
I just want to say with the youth thing, I feel like just wait till you're 18. That's my thing. I feel like all that baby waiting.
And why do you say wait?
Because it takes time for everything. And to me, that's a part of transitioning. For you to know, is this really what you want for life?
Yeah.
Like, I started transitioning when I was 25, because I said at least I could be 50 and say I lived my life as a man and another. You know what I'm saying? It just takes time. So,
but
I feel like, babe, wait till you're 18. That's it.
Okay, but my thing about that is, I cannot tell you, another human being, whether it's my child, whether it's my next door neighbor or whomever, I cannot tell you when it's okay because I think it's okay. I have to also think about what if it goes wrong? What if I talk to my child and my child don't talk to everybody under the sun, done went through, and it all boiled down to me signing a paper saying, give them this pill, give them this, and they don't went through crack, they don't went through prostitution, they don't went through all of this other stuff, and instead of them having a conversation with me because they're intimidated by me because I'm their parent, I never went to my mom and said, I want to try hormones. I went to somebody else. If I
think
had to
what you saying, Alicia, is you rather for them to take that transition, whatever that person's going on the stroll and be on that crack.
Yeah, and learning it the wrong way. And that's where most trans women, and even me, I went the wrong way. Instead of going to talk to my mom, somebody who knows me, who loves me, who cares for me. And if she would have said no, I had to respect it. I probably would have still snuck and done it, but I had to respect it because she's my parent and she's so-called trying to look out for me. I snuck and hid when it got silicone off the street, could have been dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, Mom, help me do this, or let's talk about this. A conversation is first. Yes, that's initial for everything, a conversation. But after that conversation, don't tell me no because you don't hear you don't respect what I'm telling you. You know, some people know. I always knew. It was never an age. I never knocked on my mom and dad's door. Jamal and Jamal. I never did that. You know what I'm saying? I always knew. It was not a feeling, I knew.
So Dante, do you think you'd be open to that? Like,
if your child knows.
Again, it's hard for me to look into the future. I know, I can tell you as a parent, I will always want my child to come and talk to me about anything. I'm not going to be my child's best friend, but we will have that type of best friend relationship. So it's hard for me to say what conversation I would have with my child because I'm not in that moment yet. But I can tell you I would do what is best for my child. And that's all I can say. Now, people can take that how they want to take it. I'm not trying to kill my child in any type of way. And Black Sheep, you can make all the faces you want, but I'm not trying to kill my child.
So it's hard. And you're not raising no trans child. Point blank, period. You're going to beat it up out of them.
You think I would beat it up out of them?
It sounds like you'll do something.
It sounds like you're speaking from your own experience.
I understand that trans people will always be at the bottom of the umbrella. We will always be at the bottom of the LGBTQ community because they don't want to understand. They only see the aesthetic. And if your aesthetic is up to par, they either choose two things for you. You are a whore or you're a drag queen. There's no middleman with most gay men. They don't give you a chance. They don't think that you go to a job every day. They don't think that you trying to do the same things that they're trying to do. They only see threat. They only see an opposing threat, you know, and it's not fair. It's not fair.
Is it safe to say, do you ever feel like it would be a man between the trans and the gay male?
No, because at the end of the day, men are visual. And if I could have a best friend that's a openly gay man, I could have a best friend and he can be, never told me that he was crushing on a guy and the guy starts to like me. No matter how close we are, he's gonna start seeing me as a threat.
Does the guy like you?
Yeah, women do it every day. So why am I an exemption?
What would you consider transition, like the medication or like a hair? Because I consider like a hairstyle transitioning, like clothes. I feel like it just should not take like medication before 18. I just don't, like, to me in my mind, I can't see, I don't know. I understand there's certain people that really are just like, hey, if I don't have this, like, you know what I'm saying, I'll be myself with them. I feel like it should be looked at more, but I just feel like overall there should just be a, you know, I don't know.
To embrace a feminine side.
Like dress
that's
like
a
a girl.
good question.
Do you have like a girl?
And it's a good segue to the next topic. Let's to piggyback off that. Let's talk about being a trans person, pre-op and post-op. A lot of times, let's talk about, this is an issue within the trans community. Because a lot of times we have a conversation, I have heard more trans women say, if you do not get the surgery, if you don't go through the process and get something done on your body, you're not a real trans. So can we first ask the trans women, more so Carmen and Mesha, what makes a trans woman a trans woman? Do y'all consider the trans women that do not get their hair done? Or how does that work?
I feel like it's a mind thing as well, because it's also a feeling and it's also a look.
So if I came and I have my beard still and I say I'm a trans woman,
I'm not going for it. No.
But what happened to respecting people? I mean, y'all can play these confusing games all y'all want, but what happened to respecting people?
You're not respecting the trans community.
Oh God, here we go.
Yes.
Let's go ahead, Mesha. You can respectfully go ahead.
I think, and I always
and I'm asking you too, if a guy like me say I'm trans, because we just seen a video with the
But when you seen the video, he went straight for his breast to make you understand where he was coming from.
Right, but so let's take that out. Let me just say, if a person like myself that do not get trans surgery, I don't do the feminine thing, but I say I'm trans, I'm considered trans.
Baby,
if I don't do
go get some
I always say it's not a look, but I can say when it comes to...
You gotta put some work in it.
You gotta put some work in it. You just can't wake up and your bird don't get hard and say, oh, I'm trans today. No. So I do have to take that back and say you have to put some...
Do y'all feel like the people that just saying that, because we have a large, because I be seeing these videos of these trans be going to the bathroom and I see them, I be like, that's not even...
But you know what? They get the most ugliest, manliest ass to do that.
That's true.
And
so
then
you
they
think that's on
label
purpose?
all of us that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
do
on
you-
purpose.
But I'm asking you this though, do y'all think that hurt the trans community?
No, because we already have an issue. Let's go with the bathroom. If me right now go into a masculine presenting bathroom right now, either I'm gonna fight or be on my knees. There's no middle in there. Either I'm gonna fight or I'm gonna be on my knees. That's just the way that it is. So when you tell me I can't go into the bathroom, I'm presenting.
But if you go in the women's bathroom, To me, a woman wouldn't say nothing because of the way you look.
Okay.
Now, if I say I'm a trans and go in the women's bathroom, they would say something to me
That's
first.
confusion. But there are still some instances where I don't look the way that
Okay.
Sharon want me to look.
But you best go back to her question right here. Should you go through the looking part, and then when it gets to a part of 18, start doing the transition of the work?
Gotcha.
I think that's what she was referring to.
She was saying for her,
Yeah.
should you let your child dress
up,
up, but then they don't start the medical process till 18.
Okay, with that, mind y'all, I'm trying.
Remember, they woke like doesn't say they woke. They said, "Hey, mom, Mesha, I'm trans." Okay.
I don't understand that. I feel like let me say this.
I want to be a girl.
Right there.
I don't go into the world with trans.
Do you still feel like today it should be the parent's choice on how to do that? You don't feel like that the government should put a certain age limit?
No.
And why you feel like the parent? What is the parent irresponsible?
I think the government doesn't know the individual. The parent does. I think the government is a blanket. You get what I'm saying? That's a blanket.
What do you say about the irresponsible parents who do that and that child regret that? What do you say about those cases?
Some surgeries are irreversible. Do your own research.
But you still don't feel like it should be a government?
The government should not choose anything. The government should not even choose the stuff that we give the government too much leeway. The government shouldn't even do what the government is doing now. I don't go into the world with it. I don't wake up. I don't say, Mama, you gotta respect me. I'm a trans. I don't go into the world with it. I present myself as what you see. However you feel after I present Mesha to you, that's on you. I gave you, there is no but.
No, stop. So stop. I get what you're saying, but you have to understand. I think that's what Dante's trying to get to is that they have the phone and they do see trans. So that's the only. Yes, they're a woman, but the word trans is what they see. So
but I never told you I was trans.
No. I'm the kid. I'm the kid. I'm 16.
Ain't no kid gonna come up to you and tell you they're trans. They're gonna come up to you and say I feel like a woman or I think I'm gay. They're not gonna say trans. They're not gonna come. Nobody's gonna come to you and say that unless somebody else is coaching them. Nobody.
I don't know.
Today is different.
Yeah,
they're coaching you, sweet daughter. That's what I said. They're coaching you. Trans became trans in the late 90s, early 2000s. We were boys in dresses, sissies, punks. We were never trans. Trans is a white word that they gave to us to make us fit in.
But that's what I think. That's what does him hesitant when we ask him about his kid being it, because it's like you just said, like it's literally like Karma. It's in the phone. You see it on.
But that's what I'm saying. You're being coached.
Okay.
You're reading something that you feel like when you go to Google and say I got a headache. They tell you take an Advil. You might have a migraine, and then you start thinking that. You start thinking, oh, I got a migraine. What's a migraine? I go look up migraine. No, Mesha, I never did that.
Okay.
Trans came to me when you brought it to me.
Okay.
I've always been Mesha. I've always been feminine. I've always been the femme side of the spectrum. But you gave me trans to make me fit in. So to make you understand, so I don't have to go through all these Webster Dictionary fucking definitions. I said, oh, I'm a trans woman.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? I never came to nobody and said, my mom, I'm trans. I did not know what that was. I just think that you should do your research, but I still think that your parents should be 90% in control, because your parent, irresponsible or not, your parent still is quote unquote parenting you. And we always say parents knows best. We say it in every other aspect of life. Why can't we say it in this aspect of life?
So you think it's just a control thing because it's a gay issue?
Yes. A trans issue. Yes.
So my question for the trans ladies in here, like, when do when do you know you're at your point, your happiness in one way? Like, when do you say, like, I feel like you felt like a woman, but now everything's done.
I guess it's my visual.
Yeah, like, when do you know, like, it's done? Like, you know, like, my mom, it's so funny, my mom, Stasha, she has a gay brother, so I've seen both lifestyles.
Never done.
It's never done? Okay.
It's never done.
Right,
It's
okay.
a continuous journey. It's a death do us part journey. That's what my girlfriend said.
Oh, that's true.
Once you're on your moans, you always until you die, girl.
That's true. Same also too? Okay.
Okay, guys, let's move on and we gotta close it out. So the last topic we're gonna do is mental stability in a trans community. Because we all know if you go through the process the medical way, before you do proper transition, you have to go see the people and you gotta go through a whole process. So is the whole trans experience more about a mental thing than a physical appearance? If you have to do it's both. But from your perception, which one is more so? Is it more that's a mental thing than a physical thing? Okay, if that's the case, then do you feel like it's right for them to classify it as a mental illness? If that's the case.
This is my own experience. Oh, you feel me?
That's a good one. Because now they're trying to say we're crazy.
This is my own experience. This is my own experience.
Okay.
I always bought my hormones from off the street.
Yeah.
So when I decided to go to a doctor and get them in my name, do all that, which every girl should, they sent me to a psychologist. I went to the psychologist 3 times. I went Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday. That lady looked at me. She said, "You don't need to come anymore." I said, "Well, they told me I had to come, until like a year or something." She said, "Baby, you are who you are." She said, "You are the first person," they wasn't calling us trans, when you are the first gay man that I can sign off.
Your attention, please. The Metropolitan Library is closing in 30 minutes. If you would like to check out, please go to the self-checkout machine at this time. Computer users, please be aware your computer was shut off in 15 minutes. Again, your computer was shut off in 15 minutes.
Okay.
If you'd like to use our restrooms, do so. The library will close at 6 p.m.
So get
She's
out.
mad. She's ready to go.
That started
7 minutes.
And she said to me, she said, "You don't have to come anymore. I'm just gonna sign off. I've never been molested.
Yeah.
I've never been raped. I never had no traumatic situation that I didn't put myself into." So, like, every individual is different. So I'm speaking on my experience.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't believe in, "Oh, you crazy," but the world makes you crazy. The world makes you combat what you feel. You know what I'm saying? The world makes you say, "Oh, girl, you ain't got on enough makeup, girl. Oh, girl, go get your Adam's apple shaved down. Oh, girl, go get you some feminine, whatever they call it, film, facial, or whatever they call it." The world makes you do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what society, and especially gay men, put on us. Gay men have 90% of it, because those are the ones that we want to
please. Yeah.
So you don't think it's a mental?
For me, sure, no.
Do you think this is a black, gay, and trans issue, or overall? Do you feel like white trans and gay men go through the same thing as this?
No, because white is white. Trans men are not. Trans women are not. White is superior, so they don't have to. You can even go to drag shows. You can go to white clubs here in Atlanta. They have a following. They are probably the most paid entertainers. They are sponsored. They are catered to. With us, first of all, as African American, we were taught light go in the kitchen, dark go in the field. So that becomes, and that right there has transcended generations.
So it's like you said, it supersedes your trans and gay issue.
Yes. Yes.
So basically, trans in the white community they're not having these type of issues
No.
about a division
No.
for concerning.
They got bigger fish to fry, honey. They trying to write a grant to get some more sponsorship for their next event. We are at the bottom, so we deal with bottom problems. We go in the bullshit parts and we riding bullshit rides, if that makes sense.
Okay, Carl, you want to wait to answer, or you want me to go to him? Go to Mark. Mark, what you think about that topic?
I don't think it's mental. I don't think it's mental. I think it's a.
So it shouldn't be classified under like a mental disorder.
It should. It's for us, for our gay males. It's like I need to have more muscles. I need to look this.
To fit into society, what somebody else told you that they need
Yeah,
to
so I
do.
don't think it's the same way. It's like just to please them.
Yeah.
You know.
And it all goes back to sex.
Yeah.
Everything in this journey goes back to sex.
How good can I look?
How many can I stuff? How many niggas gonna slap me on my fat ass because I done went and got a BBL and nobody knows? It all goes back to sex.
Yes. Yeah.
Carl, you ready? You want to go to him? Dante?
So I do think that it is a mental issue, and I'm not saying that anybody is crazy, but I do think that there is a mental issue. And again, when you look at the trans umbrella, what's really confusing, let's just call it a movement, what's really confusing the movement is people who are not really part of that movement. People who just see it as a costume. And that's what society really is going to, and that's what they're focusing on. And those are the people that actually get more attention. I mean, it's nothing wrong going to counseling. That doesn't make somebody crazy. There's nothing wrong with, going to seek help. That doesn't mean there's something mentally wrong with you. But it is good that you should sit down, seek professional help to make sure whatever decision that you try that you're going to do to your body, that is something that you truly want to do, and it's not something that you were strolling through social media and you just saw somebody else and, oh, I can be that too. Because what worked on Mesha's body in the operation might not work on Black Sheep's body in the operation. And that's something that we need to make sure that we're trying to communicate to the younger generation. Because once you go through that operation, you can't rewind and it's a done deal.
Okay, let me ask you this, and then I'm gonna let Carmen speak. In saying that, what if I do all of that we just talked about in the transition, and I have an infinity for a gay man? All that what we talked about, breasts, everything, and I have an infinity for a gay man. And I want the
quote unquote.
I don't call it mental illness because, like, not to be funny, Dante, you work out, right? Okay. If you stop working out, you want to continue to look good, right? So you're going to keep on working out. My thing with trans, now I'm hearing it now is that I'm trying to make myself better. I'm just trying.
If you're not a competition,
right?
If
it's not a costume. Is that I'm trying to make myself look good, just like us Black gay men want to look good also too. So it's like, why you call it mental illness or?
We just keep
because like Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians, they changed their whole face.
They're just trying to keep up.
They're not their mental illness. They're making millions of dollars on
But that and that's what that's where it comes into, because what if I do all of that that you feel that I have transitioned and I still have an infinity for the gay guy?
Or still
do you think that's mental illness?
man.
You get what I'm saying? What if I do all of that? I don't transition from being 8 to 80 and I end up with the gay guy. Is that mental illness? So I cannot put I cannot say mental illness. Like you said, I don't think that's the right term for it. The right term for it in my book is, give me what I need when I need it. If I don't want to do it anymore, I'm not going to do it anymore. Because when you start putting mental illness on people, that means you put me in a category, you put me in a box. Okay, you've been taking hormones for 5 years, you've been taking hormones for 15 years. So we're gonna see, we trying to divide apples and oranges here. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the way lives should be. That's not the way trans and gay should be. Gay and trans is the same thing. It's just I went a little further because there are a lot of gay men that wanted to be trans, and they just didn't make the mark.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of gay men that are openly gay, and they will tell you, I started off wanting to be a trans woman, or I started off being trans, and then I did it, and you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot for me to digest, you know, because when you say that, you're kind of not respecting my journey, because where you stop, you're worried about what people say. You're not transitioning for you. You're worried about what people say. Oh, they told me my facial hair too thick to be a woman. Do you feel like that? If you don't feel like that, keep it moving. You know, so it's a lot for me when it says mental illness, because mental illness can come in a facet of colors.
Yeah.
It's not just one color. You know, and all of us in here got some form of mental illness. Whether it's OCD or drinking too many, so all of us got some form of mental illness. What they say.
My mental illness does not consist of my trans being.
I like that.
Yes.
And I'm going to end right there.
I loved it. I can't wait to do the next one. I think it put some conversations in people's mind. I think it started opening people's eyes to, because some people are unbeknownst to what they do. Some people don't realize what they do until somebody else points it out. You know, we just have to do better. As a community, we have to do better. We do. We have to try to do better. And no, everybody's not going to understand your reality. Everybody, just respect it. Just respect it.
I just want to say thank you for the panel. I want to give you a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mesha,
I just want to say thank y'all for coming. And everybody's life is important. Everybody's point of view is important. If you stop and listen, you will answer your own questions.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, you just gotta stop and listen. So that's all I say. Stop, look, take your hormone shot, and listen.
All right, on that note, guys, we close. I thank you guys to the audience for coming out.
Thank y'all for coming.